All right, everybody. We're going to keep this train going. We kind of got off the tracks there a little bit, but that's okay. A lot happens in a 48-hour plus marathon that's constantly alive and constantly going. All right. But this is Gaming for Hope, Gamers Against Cancer. Of course, we're in partnership with Stand Up to Cancer, where 100% of the donations will go to that great cause. We're back once again with DBK'd with another game. This is, of course, going to be the Samurai Warriors 2, which was created by Koei and Omega Force. The game was released back in 2006 on PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360, but was later also ported to Microsoft Windows in 2008. The Empire's expansion was released as well, with Extreme Legends expansion following in August 7. The big thing was for this game was the gameplay of Samurai Warriors 2 builds on the first Samurai Warriors by adding new characters and new features, such as the removal of the traditional range attacks in favor of the addition to two unique special abilities that differ from character to character. Once again, DBK, take it away, and I'll be sitting with you in case you need anything.
Right. Thank you so much for having me. This is another very risky run to be doing. I'm using physical hardware because emulation for this game does not work well.
Uh oh.
uh, it there's a lot of bugs. This game normally can crash anyway, sometimes during team supers, and then the emulation it's almost guaranteed to happen. We are playing from a brand new file, so it's saying, do you want to put in your memory card? We don't have a memory card, so we're just going to go ahead and play. So let's start the game. So why is Samurai Warriors 2 Empires so difficult, right? Why would everyone avoid this game in the Warriors community? Well, the reason is um, it's brutal. You don't have enough damage and status, and you're also the difference with empires is you're basically creating a kingdom, and you're in between turns of attacking like you do in a normal warriors game. You have to figure out your strategy in between each run, and that could be upgrading your weapons, increasing all the levels of your characters, maybe restoring troops, negotiating peace, researching technology, and buying horses. And so today, the very special thing that I'm doing is I'm doing the Kanto run. So Kanto is a nice, beautiful region of Japan where lots of horses are. And so we have access to horses early on, and this changes the run greatly because we're not forced to use a character just because they have the horse summoning ability. Yes, some characters in this game, uh, as Saber-san mentioned at the beginning of the run, you can you there's two special abilities that you have, and one of those, some characters can power themselves up or give themselves armor. In our case, we we don't have those kind of special abilities, but our region, we have access to a shop. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And that's better because we, by the way, the character we're using, um, I don't know how to explain, um, I don't know how to explain him very well, other than that, he is basically like an anime character thrown into the rest of the game. He's the most different, but we'll get to it in a second here. Let me.
So this is going to be the Japanese. So this is the Japanese port I'm taking because I'm looking at the characters on
I,
screen. So
Yeah, I'm in Japan, so I only have access to the Japanese PS2 right now. I'm running on
ah,
real hardware. So yeah, this is pretty much the uh, the main thing, the main game. Okay, let me look up one little note I had. Okay, so I'm very nervous about this run because there's a lot that can go wrong in it. We don't
let us
have a
know when
save
you
file.
let us know when you start. By the way, when the time
Oh
starts.
yeah, I'm gonna do town. So we're going to Kanto. And we're going to be doing normal difficulty. So there's easy, there's well, this is heaven difficulty, which is like the easiest, easy, normal, hard, and then hell. And hell is just it's too difficult to do without
Let's do a speed
without
run on that level.
yeah, I'm not there yet. I haven't found a route that works because I'll explain as the game goes on. But let's go ahead and set up so you can see here everything's default. We have no experience in this game. We have no weapons. This is a brand new from boot up. All right,
Okay.
so we're gonna go here and we're gonna pick our kingdom. Oh, we do not want to erase a kingdom. So the character that I want to double check one thing. Right. So Fuma Kotor is Fuma is yeah, he's basically an anime character. And real quick, so we can explain, this game has longer routes than a lot of the other Dynasty Warriors games and specials. So these are the special abilities we're talking about. So I have one where I can throw some fireballs, and I have one where I can basically do a different kind of attack. Uh, I don't use these abilities for the most part. They're just special abilities, but you do have your standard Muso attacks. If anyone doesn't know about Dynasty Warriors games, I'm absolutely happy to explain. Ask questions in chat or on the VOD when it's up, and I'll come back in. All right. So, having done my little introduction here, let's get started. Let's take over Kanto region. Time is going to start on 3, 2, 1, go.
Go, go, go.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is in the midsection, is we're going to raise our weapons up, and you have standard attack weapons, long range attack weapons, and special weapons. Fuma is basically an anime alien that's living in Kanto, so he's, of course, we're going to raise up special, and we're going to buy our horse. And we also have to move our units around, but let me go ahead and raise up the special attack here, and we're going to go into the shop. And let's go with Fuma. Maybe there's a horsey on sale. Horsey on sale. Horsey on sale. Is there a horsey on sale? No sale today.
Oh
But
no.
let's buy the fast
No discount
horse.
horses.
No discount horses, which is going to affect our run. But in getting ready, in getting prepared for this marathon, I found some pretty interesting strats, and I think that I'll actually be able to get to show some of that off today. Yeah, I think it was going to be pretty interesting. We've got our team here, and let's finish this, and then let's go attack our first kingdom. And this is in this Kanto region. This is not the hardest part. You have to put the main character as the first one, but he's not our leader, so we still have to be careful. And we have no backup surrounding because of the way the map works in this game. We have no surrounding areas where we can get extra support from. Each kingdom is directly behind each other, so there's no basis for Fuma to call on. Oh, really good starting map. Okay, so the thing about empires, right, is the base layout here is extremely important, and it's completely RNG every time you play this game. Where you start, where your bases start, especially at the beginning of the game when everyone has the same amount of units. Um, what I'm the really nice thing about this pass, I only have to take this one base, and then when I take this base, the enemy commander will appear. I could still lose the game if my main base gets taken, and I still take an enormous amount of damage. So I can't. There's nothing free about this run. I'm gonna be, you know, I'm clenching my butt tight because if I slip up even once, this run is gone. It's done. And so we've taken up the base, and you can see there's like a little line that links here. It's linked to the top now, so the enemy commander will appear. And now we can actually beat this mission in record time. So let's try and knock him off his horse. That was a good knockoff. And we have to be a little bit careful because you can see even little touches do a lot of damage. I'm not going to get a corner. If Fuma has some infinites in this game, I think one more hit. There we go. So This first little area has been cleared, and once you beat the enemy commander, everyone runs away. You do not need to defeat the surrounding captains. In fact, that takes longer. And then sometimes it's not possible to do that. It's really hard.
An honorable fight.
Was it? I don't. I took over one base and ran to the. I feel like this is very dishonorable, but yeah, Fuma's just showing off. Really good start to this. So when you level up, you get level up, and you also get new routes, and you get little equipment for your weapon. We're gonna go ahead and put range on here, and then put these on here. There's like like speed up and range up and attack up. It's very minor. What we need to really do is get to the next level. But I'm gonna try. So I have two strats that I can do. I could sit now and I could do nothing for a turn. Right? We unlocked some formations. There's a lot that's going on. Oh, by the way, I do not keep any of the enemy captains when we capture them because there's no point. Because of the layout of this map, I can't actually have access to them, so there's no reason to suffer and really worry about it too much. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do the risky play. We're gonna do it. We're gonna take this next area up here, and we're gonna hope that we get a good layout. So we make sure that Fuma's in the first place. We set all our captains and lieutenants, and we're gonna go to the next area. Yeah, it's very risky. Like I have no backup saves. I have no backup save. There's nothing, keeping me in. This was a bad layout, so I've got to take over. Now I have a couple routes I take, but I'm going to go all the way up north and then over. But I've got to take 3 bases, and I'm not going to tell my army. I can give my army little commands with the D-pad. If I press up or down, it changes whether or not they attack or they're aggressive. And I can also attack on my horse. Like my horse has decent attack. Actually, it's a good strat sometimes, but the thing is, Fuma's 1-2-3 attack. You can see my combo chain here. It's very good. Fuma is just a really silly character overall. Like he can do basically 1-2-3, and then his frame recovery is so fast that he can go into lead into another attack. Defeating enemy captains, by the way, does not permanently capture them or remove them from the field. In fact, in Empires, they almost infinitely respawn. There seems to be a set limit, but reaching that limit is it's not gonna happen. So you can sometimes slowly push forward, and that's what makes the hell mode so hard. Is not just that the enemies do a lot of damage; they seem to recover much faster on the field. So like we want to take this enemy captain out because he could be a problem, and we're going to do our little infinite arm. So I got to show off the stand infinite there. I could get some health, but we have no time to waste.
So having your allies in behind, I believe it's called a rear guard.
I'm using defensive guard right now, rear guard. I don't want to push them into the enemy bases because there's too many enemies down below. If you see on the mini map here, the large at the top right, you can see that the red dots show where the enemy's army is, and they're kind of clustered in the middle. And so I don't want to call everyone to come to me because if they do, they could just leave our main base open, and I could lose the game in less than a minute. So the enemy would speed. What's that?
So Icebringer giving you some love. Said I'm glad somebody else is doing a super risky run. If I mess up once, it's completely over. Zomboid is harsh.
It's doing risky runs to me is something that I've had a lot of fun pushing myself, and it also allows you to show off like, okay, oh yeah, Samurai Warrior game. There's nothing really to it. Oh, fighting games, but by when the AI is harder, it shows how difficult the game could have to be. And you're seeing how these enemies have like a hit point of armor. Now I'm using a broken character, but that's because I have to. I can't use the standard enemy through here. It would take much longer. And hopefully we took the base here. Nope, there's one guard. We'll show the little the horse push strat that I can do here. You see it's a little bit harder, but we have auto armor. We have auto guard when we're on the horse. So the armor's allowing me to stay alive, and we're gonna run over to this last little area here. Yeah, we're very. It's going to come pretty close. We're not going to have any allies to help us. Now, this little ship area, because we're coming in a very rare path, there's no bomber units or archer units that tend to be here. And in fact, on the harder modes, sometimes there's these horse units, and the horse units all have super attack, so they rush and blitz into you, like I'm doing right here against the boss. So I'm going to try and get him in the corner so I can do an infinite. I'm going to do the Fuma Slam infinite. This, oh my gosh.
Yikes! That one hurt a little bit. Oh.
No, I don't want to get on my horse. Okay.
Oh.
We are going to call everyone. Okay. We're in red mode, so let's go ahead and use our super move. Now, I'm not going to use all of it. I just need to find out where the enemy is for a second here. And we're going to kind of run around and hope we might take an L here. I might have overextended.
Keep kiting. Keep kiting.
Yeah, see that now the scary thing about this layout, right, is I have no bases nearby. So is the enemy boss. I'm doing a light tap to basically time stop everything. There he is. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Oh, there's archers here. I did not realize that. That's very bad. We have to get rid of archers. Where's everybody? Time stop. It's all world. Okay. The good thing is my team has now arrived, so you can see my guards are coming in and they've taken over most of the base. However, oh yeah, Fuma has double jump, by the way. Fuma's actually pretty good. Why is there an archer here? Oh no. Let's see if we can. It's very. I have to pull up the other mini map because I can't see where the enemy boss is, and this is a problem. See the little like, you know how there's like a little structure in the middle here? That's actually when you take over an area. That's where a health item will appear. You can get health items from some enemies, but it's random whether or not it appears. In fact, it's usually not worth waiting for. Where are you? Where are you? There he is. Okay. We're gonna run away for a second because I see there's so many enemies here. I can't. I'm losing my eyeballs, losing track of where the main boss is. But I can see him now. He's got like a little like Dragon Ball aura around him right now. But he's not the guy with the spear. That's just one of his commanders. Ooh, I'm not in a good spot. Let's double jump out of here. We're close though. We're close.
The
Oh,
self-preservation
my team.
strat here.
Yeah, my team has arrived. They're here. However, where's the boss? Sorry if this is dizzying to some people. I'm also having trouble tracking where there he is. No, that's not you. Nope, not you either. Where are you? Where is the boss? Hmm. See, my team, look at my team. They're being awesome here. Another archer slipping in here. We don't. Oh, we only have one hit of life, by the way. Like if we get tapped wrong, we're out. So
And
I'm
you
gonna make
considering
this.
that you've already like been doing this. Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
yep. Well, okay. What we'll do then, I'll do my backup strat. Hmm. Don't get captured.
You created D. Come on. Just rub it in harder.
Wait a second. I don't think I got released. Hold on a second. No. Okay. We have to restart.
Oh
Uh,
no.
our main captain got captured. So it's up to you guys if you want to see it again. We were on world record pace. That's why I went a little nuts and decided to go to the upper base. I think what I'll do for the next, if it's allowed, I'll try one more time, and I'll upgrade my my weapon instead. That was unfortunate. It really unfortunate. The base was in that cave because there's just too many enemies there. So the pop up was just destroying me. I couldn't get an eye on where the enemy captain was or enemy general was in the middle of all that mess. So I it's just really difficult. But yeah, I have to reset because our Fuma got captured. Funnily enough, only Fuma got captured. When I did a practice run of this, I had a run where all five of my Fuma and all five got captured, and only Fuma got released. And then I had another one where three got captured. So that's also RNG. Um, yeah, normal mode also increases the difficulty at which that will happen. But I'll just try again here. We'll go again. I'm gonna start the timer on my end because I know that that's gonna be kept. But just know, still default, brand new save. This is from a reset. No save file. Let's try it again. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Wow. I was close though. Like he had very little health, and I could have run around in that circle more, but unfortunately I got caught up on someone's horse. The strat, by the way, that I'm gonna use is the same here. So I'm gonna move my units around real quick, and I'm going to go ahead and so we're gonna move them from one of our starting areas. Yeah, this team has all the resources and all the power to be the best because they have two territories while everyone else has one. Same strat. Uh, you know what? I'm going to do something that I've never done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to try something new here. I'm going to actually get up to weapon 2. I think I'll try that. No horse on sale here. Did I buy it?
Are you
I
able
think
to
I bought.
read those characters, or
Yes. I can
you just
read.
know the position of where stuff is?
No, I can read it. I wasn't paying full attention. It went away so quickly. I think I bought it just now. I said yes. So I have trouble with characters' names in kanji. It's really difficult. But it's not just me. It's pretty much everyone that has difficulty reading names. We got a similar layout. Okay, we have a similar layout, but I'm gonna go for it. And then what we'll do next time is I'll power up my attack. So this is interesting. We started in the middle of the area here. However, there's a base that's we don't need to capture that we're going to run through. And so that what that means is we're going to aggro this base. And unfortunately, it means we're going to start off with a very risky attack by not going uh, straight up and through. So we're wrapping around this area here, and we're going. It's the same thing. We're going to take this base over here, bust in on our with our horse, do our infinite combo. So the way that Muso Warriors games work is you usually have a set of attacks. So you can do like one hit into your triangle or charge move, which will usually be like a pop-up attack, and launch some characters into the sky. And then you have your yeah, let's all go together. And then you have your like double hit attack into charge, which is usually a stun move. Sometimes it's multi hit. And then for Fuma, he has a 1, 2, 3 attack charge, which is his like attack where he basically whips his hands all around like this, and it's really good for hitting everywhere around. As we just knocked off the enemy general here. Now, Fuma's really good when an enemy is against a wall like this because he can infinite them with his charge attack. We'll just do it this way. There we go. Enemy down. Everyone's going to run away, and we'll go ahead and dance on a horse. We're so yeah. I think I should just play it safe, and we'll go ahead and we'll raise our weapon level. Let's do that. Fuma's good, but we got bad RNG on the final camp placement, and I just don't want to. I don't want to have a headache trying to figure out who the enemy boss is. If it's in those bigger encampments, it's not that bad because I have a lot of room. But I hope that when this video gets clipped, it gets clipped with that segment left in there. Because I
So
want to just
it's a bit of a more of a choke point for you trying to navigate around things.
It's just there's only two entrances in, and they're really narrow. And I mean, most of our team was able to make through, but also they had to navigate the seaport, which we didn't get to see too much of it because it's was in a different area. All right, we're gonna have you go ahead and be released, and we're gonna go and raise our weapons, and we're gonna do this twice. And this time, we're not going to invade. Now, there is a chance that by not invading, we are increasing. Whoops, I raised the wrong one. That was a slip. All right, we'll do one more. And I'm going to raise my troops at the end here. This all costs money to do. So I have to be careful also about my timing. Let's go ahead and raise the army back to full health. And we'll go ahead and invade and hope that we're not being attacked. We're not being invaded. So this gamble kind of paid off. Boom, that's up top. All right, now let's see where our placement is. So it's very likely the enemy base is going to be either in the middle or center. Nope, it's in the same spot. It's almost the exact same. Almost the exact same layout. That is not good.
Yeah, it
One
is.
thing we have to do, where our starting place is a little different, but I think we can cross over the bridge here, and we'll have to just hope that our team doesn't lose the base up top. But unfortunately, this is not a friendly layout right now, and there's only one base that's connecting to this point. So the center base is pretty easy to take. Luckily, our horses are allowed in here. Some of the stages where there's indoor sections. Hey, the good point of this is we get to see the section of the stage that wasn't visible before. And when your officer or an enemy officer gets destroyed here, they've got a long, long walk home. So even though the layout is the same, the enemy generals seem to be placed in different spots. So I'm not able to make full use of everything. Let's see if we can get this guy out of here. We don't want to leave any. We want to make sure all the red dots on this mini map, all the enemy troops exit very promptly, and then we're gonna have one more area to take over here. There's a little mid base. This is the kind of the dangerous base where some special units and archers tend to appear, but it looks like they're not coming around this time.
So better spawns this time.
Much better spawns, yeah. It's completely random whether or not, because we can't see what the enemy is doing, but sometimes they get special units. In this game, you can get, it's not just like horse units, you can get grenadiers. You can get ninjas, actually. Ninjas are really, really annoying because they burrow under the ground and then they attack you. So you just end up getting absolutely just bullied when you're trying to go to an area. And uh, there's shotgun units too. So there's units in this game that literally are just, holding a shotgun ready to blow your whole face off. And there's not much you can do. I don't know why the enemy general has not spawned. There he is. All right, we won the fight. That was a clash. We just hit each other's weapon at the same time. I'm going to go ahead and activate my super so I can time stop and get around him. One more hit. There we go. Level up. Big level up. Much faster clear. I'm at 9 minutes on my time. I think it's like 23 minutes with including the mistake from the run, but I'm still. I always put a timer on this because it could be world record. You never know. And like I said, I'm kind of rolling the dice each turn after this because I'm going to say, okay, well, I'll upgrade my weapon, but that could be a big mistake because the enemy could also be upgrading their weapon or restoring their troops, or they can even do alliances sometimes. It can all be really, really bad. So what we'll do here, we captured quite a bit of area actually in that, so we got a lot of experience. We're going to release the general. Sometimes by releasing the enemy general, the AI opponents can poach the enemy general and get them on their team with their current level. That's also a scary thing. We have to skip a turn anyway because we don't have enough money to even take over the next area. So it actually takes cost resources to do so. And so since we don't have enough, the only thing I can do this turn is prepare, skip one more, and then we're gonna have. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Uh, yeah, let's go ahead and just we need to keep our 860. You can see the price going up there. We're just gonna get. Oh, we got to remove one where you went over. But if we take over this kingdom, we should have enough resources to withstand it. And let's go ahead and put our level 3 weapon on. Level 4 weapons require you to get into a mission and defeat 1,000 enemies. Yes, you heard me. It's 1,000. So in order to get that, you have to, I think it's like 500 to 1,000. It might be 500, but even 500 is a lot. But you essentially have to play defensively and farm certain areas. It's not feasible in a new game run. It would take 30 minutes, 40 minutes extra just to be able to do that. This is not a good map start. We did not have the middle area, so everyone, and you can see this middle area is a choke point from the north and south section. So everyone is going to run on this, and hopefully we can clear this section at somewhat of a decent speed. Let's toss this guy over there. If no one else runs in this area, if no other enemy generals run in here, it's going to turn blue. But unfortunately, yeah, you can see them in the distance, and there's one running in right now. So here we go. Here's our first captain that's going to run. There's two more captains I can see on the field, the mini map. They show up as light gray or light red. All right, so we defeated another one. Nope,
Another group of people coming in.
Another group, they're coming in. So let's see if we can slap some attacks on here. We gotta just get the 1, 2, 3 attack. Ooh, we got a level up, which is really nice. I'm trying to keep them from running in. You can see this area is a little tricky because there's two bases right next to each other, so they both are sending reinforcements into each area. It looks like one my ally actually helped capture a base, but not before an enemy captain ran in and made it impossible to take this base. All we have to do is take this base. Thank you. One, two. Okay, what we're gonna do, you can see here, this is a base. See how silly this area is? There's a base literally right next to each other. I wonder what argument went on there. They decided we're just gonna put a base right next to a base. One base wasn't enough. We got to have two bases in the middle area, and they're both within 3 footsteps of each other. Now,
Okay.
the number of enemies you defeat doesn't matter. You just got to defeat the lieutenants and captains. And we've taken the last area, which means the enemy general is going to appear. So let's go get back on a horse and make our way on over. Now, there are attack items that can appear in this game. We might have been able to get lucky and actually get a double attack, double defense, other things like that. And we also have formations we can use, but they require points above. So, for example, I have 86, 87 points in this match right now. So if I go to formation, I could do attack, and it might work, it might not work, but the enemy just used their defense formation. Oh, no, it looked like it went through. There it is. Okay. The enemy general is the one in the back here, is the one that's glowing. Ooh, we're still look at that damage though. Got to be careful not to get stunned. Enemy commander is defeated. Everyone, get out of here. You cannot defeat any mayonnaise or anything, but you can bully them. Yeah, the game description is Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. All right, we are on the last mission. So we've taken over the north area. The whole region of Kanto is essentially ours. But we've still got a little bit of work. We're also going to put flame on this. The the elemental effects don't uh, appear until you are release on your weapon until you have full muso. All right, so with this final area, we actually have to move our whole army one more time. And that's because they're all positioned in this northern area. So I've got to spend a little bit of extra time here to move them to this area. You see it's at zero members there. We're going to throw the whole army over here. And actually, we're missing one unit. So we'll move them back over. And now we got the whole army. We're gonna spend one heal. Hopefully that's enough. We're not doing great on money, but I think we'll have enough to come through with a final shot. Oh, barely enough for everyone. Okay, the whole gang's here. 17 minutes on my end. 30 minutes for the full timer. We've got two bases to take over. We've got our level 3 weapon. We've got an extra attack formation. You saw what happened there is that the enemy uses basically rock, paper, and scissors, where if you generally want to use formations that are a higher level, because then they have to be countered by the same level. Like think of it like rock, paper, scissors. So it's like speed beats defense, defense beats attack, and attack beats speed. So it goes like that in a full circle. But you also have, oh, can we leave me alone? You know what? I'm summoning the whole army. We are so close to a PB. I would like to do this live here. I think the strat of upgrading the weapon is just as viable. Okay. So we apparently I didn't know about this, but apparently is I forget what historical movie I was watching. I think it was like something about Napoleon, and they were talking about how like horses can't run directly. I didn't know this, but like horses will not run into people on their own choosing. So anytime you see that, so this game is true to that, where if you try and run directly at an enemy and you hit its hitbox head on, the horse doesn't like that, and it'll pause and act like you're torturing it, and so you're stuck there with no pretty much no options. We are not doing great on health. Oh, you're in the corner. Can I do the Fuma Infinite? Oh, we got the OG Infinite, the off the ground. So, did you notice what's happening here? Yes, this move actually hits off the ground. One more hit. Let's go. That is GG. Enemy has left. They're cowards. So the way this is currently set up on the leaderboards is the final hit. I didn't know this, but it stops on the last hit versus the final boss. So Kanto has been saved. Fuma has shown his anime powers. We got to show the infinite attack and the off the ground attack at the very end there. Why Fuma is so good. So if you get a hard knockdown, Fumo can use his 1-2 attack to do damage on top of it. So he's very broken. Um, I went over time, but I got a PB for this mode on the second time through.
Yay!
Really happy about that. And like I said,
Congrats.
I like that the harder run was. I submitted the easier uh, category as well, and then I in the description I said, look, this is really hard. There's a ton of things that can go wrong. There's no backup save, and of course that's what happened. Um, but yeah, we reunited the Kanto region, and if you wanted to see more, the full so this is actually part one of the run. This is a true ending because you can say I don't want to continue, but if you wanted to, you could continue after here and then take over the rest of Japan. Uh, really fun game. Highly underestimated. There's a lot of strategy. We got very lucky with the way the enemy was doing their the choices they were making as well. The first run is going to be interesting to go back and watch because there was like archer units in that final base where just the cave vision was really poor. I couldn't figure out where the enemy boss was. Um, but yeah, buying this with DBK, I've had so much fun running Samurai Warriors Empires, Samurai Warriors 2 Empires. I actually uh, there's a Samurai Warriors Discord. Every all the members in there. There's they're always really informative. They're just super knowledgeable about the game and everything about that. Uh, Even more so, and this kind of shots fired, but like there's a lot of Warriors communities and discords out there, but I tried to find people to do commentary, but a lot of people just don't know the information or necessarily what they're talking about. But everyone in the Warriors community knows a lot. So even if you don't like running the game, if you like doing commentary, if you like strategy stuff, I'm looking to make a round table. And so I want to bring this to more events and things like that. But the Warriors games could use a little bit of extra something, and there's even harder games than this out there. But so I want to have, someone basically it could be giving me bad advice. You don't have to know anything about the game. You could tell me, hey, you need to buy 6 more horses, whatever silly advice. But basically, a couch of advisors while I play the game is totally fun, and then you get to learn a little bit of the game. That's kind of what I'm trying to make. And so that the Warriors community has been good for that. They've been very excited. So maybe there's some more people in my time zone or who are interested in just learning more about the Warriors games or just commentary for the Warriors game. But I'd love to put something together. That's the kind of what I wanted to pitch here. Uh, and yeah, that's the run. Can't save because we don't have a memory card, and we definitely we're not going to continue normal mode because that's an extra hour. But I had a lot of fun running this. Thank you for accepting. Thank you to the Gamers for Hope staff and everyone. Um, really awesome marathon lineup this year. As always, the music in between each section has been bangers. So my music playlist has been increasing as well. And Saberson, thanks for hanging out with me during my run and being a great host. I'll see everyone at the next event, hopefully.
And we thank you for not just doing one, but two runs
Yes.
back to back, and also graciously hanging out while we try to switch over the streams there. So we do appreciate your time for that as well.
Yes.
So we'd like to have you back.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks again. Take care.
All right. So that was Samurai Warriors 2 Empires with DBK there. Coming up next here, we're going to have Super Metroid Rise with Linkameister and our new host. I'll be jumping out of here for our new host would be Jigdorg07. Once again, you're watching the Gaming for Hope Gamers Against Cancer event in partnership with Stand Up to Cancer. Once again, Stand Up to Cancer was launched with the mission to make every cancer patient a long term survivor. 100% of the funds from here will help bring world class research to market. Stand Up to Cancer is marking its 16th anniversary, doing what its co founders do best, fighting on, because we are at our best when we stand together. Once again, I'm Saber Wolf. Thank you very much for joining us for this portion of the marathon. Again, coming up next, Super Metroid Rise. Enjoy. Okay, we'll try to get our Ten's attention here again here, but I just want to mention a couple other things going on for the Gaming or Hope community wise. This is not the only event we do during the year. We also do a Gamers Against Suicide event, which is in part also with the America Foundation with Suicide Prevention. That's actually one of my favorite events I like to do during the year because I actually personally have faced this myself 2 years ago to the month. I was in a very dark place there, was pretty much feeling worthless to my family and all. And I actually just walked out of the house, turned my cell phone off, and started driving north for about an hour until, crazily enough, I ran into this place that called Campbell Falls, which is kind of interesting because Campbell's is a family name on my mother's side. That's why it kind of caught my attention. So I end up driving down off the road onto this dirt road to where this parking area was to go head down to the falls, and it was just gorgeous waterfall section down in a ravine. And I sat there for 2 hours, basically grounding myself back down again. And after those 2 hours, I felt a little better enough to go find help. And there's always access to help out there, phone numbers, such like that. Depending on your workplace, you also have emergency numbers attached to your insurance cards and like that. So there's always help out there. There's always access to that. And we do this run towards the end of summer, early fall. Once again, that is our Gamers Against Suicide, part of American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Right now, we are doing the Gaming for Hope Gamers Against Cancer right now. Again, that one's in partnership with Stand Up to Cancer. So far, we are currently at 1,200 and $7.84. We're only $193 away from 10 have shaving his head once again live on stream. That'll be at the end of today, end of Sunday night. He will once again shave his head on stream. And we're also really only 800 away from our $2,000 goal. We did reach one of our last tiers, which was the $800 tier. That was for our mystery event here coming up here at around 4:30 p.m. Eastern time here on the Gaming Vote GFH marathon event. I can spoil that a little bit now since I will be a part of that as the host and kind of the restreamer for it. It will be once again we're running back the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide relay race. There will be two teams of four different runners going back to back to back to back in a baton passing relay race for the Final Fantasy VI randomizer. It's a very short runs. They take about around about 35 minutes each per run. And once you see Kefka go crack pow, the next person will be off and running to a completely different seed. So there'll be four different seeds run back to back to back to back. And the team that wins, well, they basically get the glory of winning. And since we met that threshold goal, that means one of our runners from the teams, we're not going to do it four times. We're only doing it one time per team. But they have to perform in the opera, probably one of the most famous scenes in all of video gaming history, really. So that will be coming up here at 4:30 Eastern time, and that's when I'll be jumping back again on the mic. Are you repracticing the run again there, Cade, or
Oh, I was on screen, so I was just showing off hell mode. So this is hell mode.
okay, yeah, I see your
The
character
the
just pass out as soon as I tag you
yeah
too.
yeah. So so you're really not supposed to attempt this mode. It's kind of meant just for New Game Plus. So I just think it's funny that it's even allowed. Um, and there we got captured again. So I'm pretty sure my main guy is gone.
Now, have you beaten this mode, or is
I've
this
been
the
I've been
threshold?
I've been hell mode only on uh like with max like and going slowly and just it's unbelievably grueling pace because you 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 have to have maximum weapon already. You got to have maximum everything before you try and take over because most of the time the enemy also has see how you have this like yellow bar where the characters are. That's
Mhm.
the unit count. So the enemy always has maximum like a higher unit count than you on the hardest mode. So you can see this is what turn 3 and the enemy has double my maximum unit count already. So
That's rough.
it's just unbelievably difficult. They have extra damage. They have access to all the formations. Basically, it's like you ever play. Are you into RTSs at all or anything like that, or like
Oh, definitely.
not
I
Sin
play I
City?
play a lot of ogre battle. I just
Yeah.
complete. I'm actually
You
I'm
ever played
actually
a?
trying.
No, I
Hey, we're excited. We are excited, kid. It's all good. I got four of them. It happened.
No, I like it's like Civilization 4. If you ever played the hardest difficulty or any Civilization
Oh,
game,
Tibbs. Okay,
like
yeah.
yeah, like the enemy just automatically does things, like seems to have just unbelievable stats without you even knowing. Um,
Mm.
It's cheap. It's
Yeah, I just finished playing Unicorn Overlord was one of the
mm,
more recent ones I played to the end of last year. That one I 100%ed
wow.
on my first playthrough, so that was kind of cool. I never really ever go 100% runs ever in anything I do, but that was kind of the first time I actually tried doing that. So that was definitely interesting. And that was a good game too, by the way. It was a great game. Definitely recommend it, especially if you're a ogre battle aficionado. That really
Oh, I
tickles
love
that
Ogre Battle.
fancy.
Tactics and Ogre Battle.
The graphics good, the characters are good, a lot of good storylines, a lot of good side storylines, and actually kind of pushes you to want to do all the extra stuff. So that's always good too. Right now, I was playing the which one was this? They just released on the Nintendo Switch and Steam. I forgot what it's called now. Um, Octopath, the new Octopath game.
Octopath,
That
yeah.
one, I'm actually at the last boss, and
Nice.
I tried fighting him once or twice, died both times. So give that up for a minute because I don't want to try doing that with a baby in my lap. So
I
I get
think
frustrated. So
that's why I like the we had Xavier San running like World of Warcraft. I actually really like those runs, like RPG runs, because for me they're too long to do as like a speed run. But I play a lot. I play just as many RPGs. I just it's like it's just like a like a time sink basically. Like I'm sure you understand. Like I don't have the time to necessarily like play Octopath Traveler. But even like learning this game took a long time. But but learning like speedrunning Octopath Traveler like over battle, one of those game like the unicorn game. It's I mean hours and hours.
oh yeah, it takes a good about 60 to 80 hours playing those games like easily. I think Octopath. Well, of course, I left the game on running in the background for an entire day, so minus 24 hours of it. So I think that took about 80 hours so far in that game. Um, get the little one.
みん
Woo!
な見てるよ。その態度。今ね、イベント中だよ。みんな見てるよ。うん、ちょっと待ってるよ。今、ライブ配信。押し付け押し付け謝らないよ。今、イベント中です。今、英語のイベントだから、みんなは、ちゃんとね、聞いてないね。
もう時間がなくなるに決まってるじゃないか。
決まってるね。
時間がなくなるよ、パパ。早くしないと。パパ、早くしてよ。待ってるから。
今、ライブ中です。Charlotte. Charlotte, you're not listening to me.
So, in
止めて。
case people are still watching with us in the chat, we're still trying to get a hold of 10 again because looks like 10 once again tried to do another power nap, and we're trying to get a hold of them because they are the only ones with access to the computer to do the switch again. So we're still trying to get their attention once again to get to our next event. So I know the schedule is kind of off the rails now. We'll see what we can do to try to catch back up again. Unfortunately, with the last day here, we don't really have much gap fillers to cut. So we'll see how this works for the rest of the day. Once again, I'm Saber Wolf. I'm one of the hosts and directors for Gaming for
パパ
Hope.
はね、
We're
一
currently
週間、一
hanging
週間
out
はテレビ
here
なしで。
with
パパの今、ライブで
DBK,
すよ。うん。
who is speaking Japanese, in case those who don't understand what he's saying.
いやいや、もう、
Talking to their kid.
もう決まってるよ。パパはね、今ね、チャルトみんな切ってるよ。あなたの態度が悪いよ。私何回もやめてって言った。黙ってって言ってた。
パパ、プッとする。
いや、もう話しました。話が終わり。私は本当に怒ってるよ。本当に怒ってるよ。 わからん。シャートはね、この部屋から出して。いやいや、もう今、パパがイベント中です。
イベントはそうか。
Sorry. Little argument with my daughter. She's still learning about space.
Oh, yeah.
Not quite understanding what's going on.
怒ってる。
Yeah, they're little.
Well, she's 6. So she's not the age where we should. Let's see. I've gotten the max level you can get in hell mode. So let's see if we can get her right here.
何
わかんない。私がライブ配信中です。お願い。
マジか。もう時間がなくなったから遊ぶ。
え、
もう遊ぶ時間がなくなったじゃないの。
ほんまに。
遊ぶ時間がなくなったじゃないパパ。
Katie. If you need to drop, you could drop. We'll
Oh,
try
no,
to
it's fine.
try to
It's
get
fine.
to.
It's fine. She's just I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Let's see if I can raise my food count and then let's go. Let's see if this is even possible. Yeah, I kind of gave up the like new game plus attempts for this game because it's just this is the max weapon that you can get in new game plus, and I have a feeling it's just not even going to be enough. And then you can see that the map here is very different from previous attempts. You can see how much further back we're pushed. You can see the enemies' army count and their generals as well. We're just, it's not a good situation all around. And if the enemy decided to push on a single base, they could easily take it. But the good thing
So
is,
you have to play defensive to weed out the numbers so that you can push back, or
yeah, you have to go base by base by base by base, and then even on the hardest mode, a lot of times you see how there's like a time limit for the map, right? So it's like in-game time is like 29, 30 minutes. That's actually used. And then on top of that, in the hard mode, they'll actually attack you. Oh yeah, and so I took too many turns leveling up my weapons, so now the enemy is just too strong. So I just get bodied. So I'd have to like go as a team with everybody and attack. It's that they if someone else wants to try and route this and get out the wheel, we might get captured. ドアを閉めて、私はまだライブです。わかんない。I think we got captured. Yeah, our guy's gone. There's no getting back. Now you can recruit in this game. Like you can recruit other other warriors and stuff, but it's that's also RNG if they appear. It doesn't look like I have the option though. Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't find anybody. You can send people out for like patrols and stuff, but I don't think they're coming back. Hell mode is called Hell mode is appropriately named. I do think that this mode is not only hell to run, I think it's hell to get to. You have to have max stats and everything, and you have to go little by little by little. And Kanto is a riskier region. It's not. This isn't an easy run. That's fun. That's cute. I got to show this off. I don't think I'll try hell again. I just wanted to see if that strategy gonna work. But yeah, we use too many turns, so the enemy's too they're too strong by the time we even get to them. There are some interesting characters in this game. Like if I was going to do Hell Run, I probably would do it with this team because he's got a gun. He's got a gun. So uh, talk to that's the saying about like don't bring a knife to a gunfight or something like that. It's pretty much this team. I think he's in the south. Where is he? There's also time periods in this game, so some characters are not available, even though it makes it sound like they would be. Are you actually in the south? You are. Okay. What's his name? Saikama Magoichi. Yes. Saika Magoichi is a pretty good a pretty cheap character to use. I don't even use him for the speed run actually. He just is a good character overall in this game because he's got a rifle. There's another character who has a grenade launcher, but it's extremely inaccurate. So if I was going to do this like mode normally, right, I would just buff up once and then probably go attack. Because letting the enemy take over areas, they probably just have too much money to buff everything. I think you're under special. Yeah. Oh, I only have wow, I only one. Okay. Also, the interesting about this area is there's not as many captains and lieutenants, so you can see this area has a little bit less going on. But these two kingdoms, this kingdom is you're not taking it over anytime soon.
Which game mode is this? We're still in the hell mode, or
yeah, I just want to try hell mode one more time, or show off like one more character, see if that strat works. So you can see this map is huge.
it's huge, but it's very narrow.
It is, yes. It's narrow and it's long, so it's about double the range of the previous maps that we played. But you'll see here. So with Magoichi, I have a pistol, and you can't even see the whole map on this little mini map up here. It's going to change, but you have a bunch of ways to snipe the enemy. And so in this one, if I was doing hell mode normally, I would just call the whole team to me, have them run
And
towards
just
me,
do
and
like
make
some
sure.
sort of like shotgun thing.
Yeah, basically, I'll run behind them. And this game actually has a really cool thing with team attacks. So it is multiplayer, by the way. If anyone ever wanted to play this multiplayer, if your ally lieutenants and generals have meter and you're next to them, you can do a double team, a triple team, and a quadruple team attack in this game. And what that does is you do more damage, and the move lasts for longer, like the whole Misoto. So yeah, here's pistol, and this is basically what I would do if I was. But even this is, I think, kind of hard to do.
Oh, that's a rifle. That's not a pistol. That is a rifle.
A rifle, sorry, rifle.
It looks like it has a bit of a knockback mechanic too. So
Yep.
and a bayonet.
The enemy aggroing to me also doesn't help.
Yeah, it's like you're a ranged person. Why are they coming after you?
Yeah, I just did too much damage. This game does have an aggro system, so if you are the one doing too much damage, they'll kind of come to you. It really is like World of Warcraft in that way. I got sliced.
Yep.
So my team isn't even doing a good job of like, staying in front and attacking me. Yeah, I think hell mode is just unbelievably difficult. I would love to see someone do it just for selfish reasons, but otherwise it would just be me going step by step by step by step. I mean, even that was I was probably overextended I probably should have sent my army first and then come up a minute later. You know. Yeah, you can actually make money in this game on a turn, but anything to save time. Yeah, now we have no units. And when you lose, so what happened is like if I lost enemies, now my army is only 6,000. We did some wounding, but there's so much more space to go. And again, you're doing this as the enemy. Even if you defeat the enemy's captains and units, they're constantly replenishing and running into the field. I don't know. What is this special again? Action. What in your barrier? Oh, he has a barrier. Okay. Does it work? This is Nobunaga has this barrier too. I can't tell if it's working. Oh, I'm so weak they don't even care. I can stand. I'm like right in front of them. They don't even care.
Hmm.
I've never seen this before. They actually could not care less than I'm standing here. That's probably what you have to find is like the areas where. So in Dynasty Warriors games, there's these like sections where you can't see them, but there's lines in the game where the enemy will automatically retreat back to their base if you cross it. So let's say I like moved over here a little bit. I'll see they're not moving back. Oh, barrier actually works. Whoa. Oh, well, until it
To a
doesn't
point.
work. Until it doesn't work. Okay. Oh my God.
Yeah, but if they tap you one time, you're hurting.
Yeah, I mean, it's the belief of a lot of people, including myself, that this mode is only clearable on New Game Plus. That's the only way I've been able to do it. Hey, that's me. They stole my guy. What is this? Hey, supposed to be on my team. Yeah, I'm doing like pixels of damage. It's pathetic.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, hell mode is hilarious. I wonder how long it would even take. All right. Um,
Like I said, if you need to like just shut it down, I mean, we'll just have to go into a standby mode
I don't know. I might as well
until
entertain everyone. Might as well entertain everyone. Uh, I could do a different run. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do a while we're waiting. I could do where I live, which is Kyushu. I'll do that.
defend your homeland right now.
Yeah, we'll take over my homeland. I've never done it. Why not? On my list of things to do is to take over my homeland. Um, let's I usually start with this team, but let's keep it interesting. Let's think about. He's here. Shimaji. So the Shimaji clan, by the way, is still alive in Japan. They're still around. I don't know how historically accurate everything is. I'm not like a history major or anything, but I know that a lot of the figures in this game and the timeline is relatively correct. And in fact, a lot of I guess like one funny thing about this game is like if you wanted to play this game like to have like a historical basis, like a lot of the favorite like fan favorite characters in this game, they don't technically show up because they're like Rojin, so you have to like find them out in the woodlands. They're not technically like army generals and stuff. You know? So uh what is my weapon? Bow, okay. It's considered special. Yeah, let's do it. I've never even played this clan. And these guys look weak. Let's go ahead and take them over. Got a full army. This one's a little bit fun because now when you take over territories, you can recruit people and you can put them in neighborhood territories. So you can have like an overabundance of generals on the field. This character, by the way, he's pretty slow overall, and like, but his
Well, that's
like,
Juggernauts for you.
yeah. Uh, the nice thing is that he hits like a tank, and you can roll in this game. But the thing about rolling is like you're not you have this like the reason why I didn't use it in the run is that it's not like other Dynasty Warriors games where if you roll, you're pretty much always invincible. There's this huge amount of time where you're just able to be hit after. And then there's also startup and roll, so you can be hit at the beginning and the end of a roll very easily. And the enemies just I mean, you saw in hard mode, they aren't playing around. They're kiting you. You think you're the one playing smart. The enemy is absolutely reading everything that you're doing. But yeah, we'll go with the homies. We'll go with the homie generals this time. Maybe a horseful come come to my aid. But I'm gonna pull my whole team forward and we're gonna smash. Hitting an enemy along as I'm making my way up to the pass basically just is my way of aggroing them so they don't try and like slip back past me and take a base. That's funny. I looked up. I've done research on Dynasty Warriors games, and Dynasty Warriors games are like some of the games that are least featured in Marathon outside of uh like tokusatsu stuff like Godzilla and Gamera and King Kong, like those type of games. Actually, I think even the most those games can feature are like with the One Piece Warrior games or the Legend of Zelda ones, the Zelda Warriors. Hurry up! Can you imagine just fighting a battle and someone's holding a giant mallet? Just straight up holding a giant. Everyone else has got a sword. This guy's got a hammer. That's enough to make me be scared. I'll go through the top because the bottom one you can see the base on the right side. The right side, it's like way down and out of the way. There's like a whole wall there that I'd have to take over. This doesn't seem realistic. And I'd rather just take these two bases and then hope that that base I just took doesn't get run over. So here's the double attack, by the way. So when you use double attack, the other benefit is I forgot to mention this. You get double attack permanently for 30 seconds. So now I'm extra strong. Now my hammer really, really hurts. Like it already hurt. Now it just hurts more. And we took over the base and we got one more to go. And then we can. I might be able to do a whole nother run at this rate. I just worry about the next runner because they're waiting for their game. But yeah, there's still a lot. There's still a lot for me to route in these games, and I haven't done all the Warriors games just because what happens is usually during the summer I'll do maybe like three Warriors games, but then I get pretty burnt out. Like I mentioned before, I like RPG games a lot, but it's just a huge undertaking. But the reason why I like Warriors games a lot is I can apply my fighting game logic to them, but and uh, and so I can find like all the really cheap stuff in the game. That way, I'm pretty confident finding the route. And then at the same time, I can kind of turn off my brain a little bit more because it's usually like relatively simple combat, right? I'm not like having to worry about like frame perfect inputs or doing half circle forward motions on my arcade stick or anything like that. The base is here. Oh, there they are. Yeah, there's the slam attack in this game. This is why I don't use this character in all speedruns, and it's just too slow. His attack's pretty good. Like he has this this is the power. Yeah, I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Okay, this one. He basically has an attack power built in. Plus, he can get double hit power shot. Very good character. Very, very good. I think we took the base, but we just need this to turn. Yep, right now it's still red on the mini map. We need to turn blue. And yeah, they just have another red. So use receiver. Burn, boom, boom, stick, go. You know what'd be cool is like uh, an Evil Dead Muso game. That would be awesome. Why hasn't that been done actually? Think about like Ash
I want to patent
versus.
that.
I'm
Patent
okay
the
with this
idea
stuff.
before you lose it.
They can steal it. All right. The base is ours. We can ignore the bottom one here. And we'll take out the in general. Half-Life, not really great. It looks like they just have a shield unit here, which is not an issue. Yeah, this character does not have any really like cheap moves. He just has I hit hard, which sometimes is enough. But typically, that's not like the I hit hard process of thinking doesn't really work in Musou games. It's usually I hit everyone. That's usually the character you want. I hit everyone, and then plus I move fast. Those are the best. But I mean, look at that mustache. That's the kind of mustache I wish I could grow. It connects to his sideburns.
Yeah,
That's
like
amazing.
that is a helmet of hair. Like
And it's got wings. His sideburns have wings. Like that's just I am I am jelly. Yeah, well, movement speed's probably a good choice. Hire him. It costs money, but we can just put them in the neighboring town and be like, hey, now when we storm into battle, you will be helping us. And it also, you know, basically it basically acts as a deterrent so the enemy won't get full of themselves and think that they can just kind of attack our base, which can happen. It's not preset. We've got enough here, so we can take care. And you can see now, I'll set my team the same as before. But now I have. Oh, I didn't put where's the tenant spot. I have one person I can choose from.
well, I'm going to take a minute to remind everybody this is a GFH marathon for Gamers Against Cancer 2026. This is our winter session for fundraising. Of course, we are in partnership with Stand Up to Cancer, where 100% of your funds will go to that great cause because we are always at our best when we stand together. We do have other events that we do throughout the year, during late summer, early fall. We also have a Gamers Against Suicide. That's in partnership with American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and to help create awareness about that and to help people get services that they need to prevent that. Also, kind of a mental disease there too. So we do a lot of great fundraising. We're currently doing the middle of a marathon. This is a 48-hour plus long marathon, continuous. Right now, in case you guys are watching, we do have some, I guess, a technical difficulty with our main operator that helps us to run this event. Fortunately, is unavailable, so we are a little bit of a standby mode from our previous runner here. So shout out to DBK for hanging in there. I am Saberwolf, also with you as well to keep us on the air to try to entertain you as best as possible. Some various forms of various styles of play in this current game that we have on for you, which is the Samurai Warriors 2. Samurai Warriors 2, once again, was put out by PS2, Xbox 360, and then was later ported over to Microsoft Windows in 2008. Of course, Cade is actually playing the Japanese original. I guess you can say original since they're the ones that created it. The Japanese
It
variant
it
of
was
this
it
game.
was released first in Japan. Yeah, the Empires.
Yeah.
There are a few Empire games that weren't released actually in the States, oddly enough. Whether it was due to just the Empire, I think the Empire series is like a little bit hard to get into at first because it's like people. I think the general idea is that a lot of people who grew up on the Warrior series they wanted to play it's like I want to mash square and hit triangle. But there's actually a series that connects to that where it's like Nobunaga's Revenge and all that. And so it combines those kind of aspects of those games. And those were more like actual like war planning. And that's like huge in Japan. And those games they never get I think they've had like two releases. And to be fair, those games are a bit much for me too, because it's like it's pretty slow. And you don't get to actually, play a game where you get to smack someone with a hammer. I mean, come on. Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah,
Look at this.
I
You're
know
not
that
actually gonna win then.
I think trying to think what was it? What game had the 3 different pathways you can go was a strategy simulation game that just came out recently. Oh, Three Houses.
Yeah, Three
I know
Houses.
Three
Yeah.
Houses have like a styleless kind of game where it's kind of a.
Mhm.
I guess you could. Would you call this like a hack and slash, almost like a hack and slash meets
This,
RTS?
yeah, it's hack and slash meets RTS for sure, for sure. Yeah, real time strategy with like simulation gaming because you're planning, you're making an army. I mean, technically, you can win this game by like being nice to your surrounding and like making alliances and things like that. But you have to reach a certain goal, and you still have to take over a few territories, so it's not complete peace. And apparently, it takes a long time to do. So, uh, no one's ever no one's ever done the run for that. I've never seen it happen. All right, took over this area. At this point, we're gonna be doing a whole nother run. So
Yeah.
I,
So you
I'm,
successfully defended the homeland, right?
I've never beat this game this map on normal. And
Oh,
we're
there you
doing.
go.
I'm at 15 minutes on my end, so
I'm glad we're giving you an excuse to do it.
I'm more than I can talk about games all day. I'm not, it's no big on me. I was gonna get I was gonna take the only thing I had to do today was I was gonna take the wheels off of my daughter's training bike, and that's
Oh,
it. Yeah,
big step.
and then fix my bike so that we can ride together. Is he here? He
Yeah, I
is.
can't do that around here with snow on the ground. So,
Oh, that's right. Is this still crappy weather? Are you're East Coast?
yeah, I'm East Coast. I mean, most of the snow's gone. There's still some snow on the ground. However, we do have a. Uh, Actually, it's currently snowing. Right now outside, like literally, it's snowing. And I believe we have a severe spring storm coming in tomorrow, Monday as well. So, still got some crappy precipitation there. Uh, Early spring, late winter here. So it's crazy. It's been crazy because the other day it was 76, and then it went down and it dropped down to 26 like the next day. So it's been pretty crazy.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure in my area, Kumamoto has really, really hot weather or really cold. Like the season is very short, but we're just hitting, March. So, you know, the cherry blossoms will be out pretty, I'd probably say in like a few weeks, maybe 3, 4 weeks. I'll start to come out. The nice, beautiful, beautiful flowers, things like that. But yeah, the weather is just either obnoxiously hot or bitter cold because it's kind of got like Salt Lake City weather. And it's just like surrounded by mountains, so the dry air gets captured. But I miss East Coast because East Coast gets like it's cold, but it's got moisture in the air. Because I grew up in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, and then I lived in New York for a little bit. And it's much better weather on the East Coast. But hopefully those storms. Thought the storms were over. That sucks. 'Cause it's March. It's March 15th right now. So I'm surprised. It's
Let me try
winter
something real
storms
quick
coming.
here.
Did anyone bring me a horse? No one has brought. No one has brought me a horse, and my one of my bases is under siege. We're gonna make this long trek over here. Make sure my lines are good. Take care of this guy. Oh, I can't even get some. Well, hopefully he doesn't take over a whole base by himself. I'm just gonna have to pray. You love the flute noises. Hey, 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 hey.
Well, I tried.
Nice. Yeah, I'm always doing the gaming stuff because it's related to what I do for work here in Japan. So I'm I'm an official historian here, and then I do gaming events and kids events and um, local stuff in Kyushu. Actually, you have an event coming up in Fukuoka's main speedrunning event is happening next week, and that's going to be strange. And then probably next year, starting next year, I'll try and get people from the States and see who wants to come and fly over and uh, get them set up and situated so they can start entering some Japanese events because the speedrunning scene here is really, really, really strong. There's events every other weekend.
Yeah,
That
I
one,
think.
I'm running. Oh, go ahead.
No, we've had a couple of Ultima Derby events for our community to help raise some money. I know one of them was the for pets and stuff, and I can't remember what the other one was for in our Worlds Collide community. So those have been kind of
Oh,
fun.
nice.
So
I want a horse. I really, really want a horse.
can you even ride a horse?
Yeah, oh yeah. Anybody can ride a horse in this game. Anybody.
Clydesdale, maybe, but
So I have to run back because you can see my main base is under siege and the connecting point has been taken over. So hopefully I can make it in time. But this is what happens in the harder modes is that your bases get taken over. You got to run back and deal with that. So the line's been broken, which is why the whole map now has turned red. Because it's okay. So what's happened now is the main base has been taken over. So we lose. So he's gonna sit
so you
down.
got routed basically.
Yeah, we got routed. He's gonna take a sit here in the middle of the enemy field and just think about life for a moment. Um, maybe that's what Ten sounds doing right now. He's like sleeping. He's like
yeah.
think about this event. Yeah. So hopefully,
The funny thing was that right before a couple of the runs, he's like, "Oh, I don't feel tired at all. I've never felt more awake than on these marathon events." And then, yeah, and now we're in this situation right now that we're in. It's okay. I mean, hey, he does a lot of work and puts in these great marathon events
oh
and
no,
recruits all these people and does the scheduling and coordinate with graphic design people and setting up this whole new this background that we're currently using right now. This layout is brand new this season. So and also we got the tickers going and everything. So he put a lot of work into this. So for a great cause. So
so they took our main guy here. So we got to think about what to do. I would normally reset, but if I reset, there's not going to be enough time. So I'll make it entertaining.
well, I mean, you're already an hour and 6 minutes past now. So yeah. Oh, Ten's awake. We have life.
You have life? Oh, the timing
We
is
have
perfect.
life.
Okay.
He just messaged me and said, "Whoa." So
Uh-oh. All right. Then
So I would say wrap it up here,
yeah.
because I'm pretty sure we're going to get cut very, very soon.
Okay,
So where
I'll
can
end it
people
here.
find you, by the way, before we
Oh, where can
get
they
cut off?
find me? Sure, they can find me at DBK on YouTube. I've been using more YouTube on Twitch. Um, if you're in the anime gaming community or you're in fighting games, I'm usually there. There's a Muso speedrun server, which I've been a part of since I first started speedrunning. Everyone's great there, lots of information. Um, yeah, I speedrun a lot of stuff, and I can talk forever about games. So yeah, if you're interested, even just a follow on my YouTube means a lot to me. And I don't really ever ask for any kind of donations, anything, just good conversation, and then and people to share their love of games, and that's it. So
Awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
thanks for chilling with me today. I hope people enjoyed my silly attempts of hell mode. I just thought I would do. I was like, oh, I have extra time, so I'll do hell mode, and then trying new things. Um, but I'm glad we could do the main run, and I could fill in a little bit of time entertaining everyone. So good luck to the next runner. I think it's going to be
Yeah, I'm not sure what the
uh,
run's going to be at this time, so
yeah,
we'll
okay.
figure that out here in just a minute. But I'm Saberwolf. I'm ending my hosting stream, but I'll be back again. I'm hoping around 4:30 this afternoon for that mystery one with the Final Fantasy VI Worlds Collide. Once again, this is Gaming for Hope's marathon for gamers against cancer with Stand Up to Cancer. We're right back here to see what event we got next. All right. Thank you for joining us and be right back.